Picture this. Caitlin Clark sits on the bench, frustrated but supportive, watching her team battle without her for the 7th straight game. But something incredible is happening. The Indiana Fever just pulled off their 5th consecutive win, marking their longest winning streak in a decade. They're now sitting pretty in 5th place, just 1.5 games away from 2nd place. How is a team supposed to fall apart without their superstar doing the exact opposite? So how exactly did the Fever destroy the Seattle Storm? What did Natasha Howard do that put her alongside Tamika Catchings and Sophie Cunningham did that made her teammates call her Firecracker? Here's what most people don't understand about the Fever's current situation. This isn't just another regular season game. The Indiana Fever entered the game against the Seattle Storm sitting in 6th place with a 16-12 record, but within striking distance to get the 2nd seed entering the playoffs. Every single game matters now for playoff seeding and home court advantage. You can't afford to lose games when the standings are this tight. I mean, I think the situation that we're in right now, every game is important. And, every game that we're playing is there's gotta be a sense of urgency. And oftentimes in the second half of the season that happens anyway, but certainly the way that things are, with the standings and, opportunities to get wins and get tough wins on the road are important. But, we have to take it one game at a time and we have to be where our feet are and, we gotta attack a great Seattle team. This West Coast road trip could make or break their entire season. They still have tough games against Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Minnesota coming up. Those teams won't make it easy. The pressure is real because a bad road trip could drop them out of playoff position completely. But here's the crazy part. Without Clark, the Fever discovered something powerful. They're not just surviving. They're actually playing their best basketball in a decade. 7 straight games without their superstar. And they're currently 9 wins, 7 losses in games without her. That's not supposed to happen when you lose your best player. I think first and foremost we got a great group of women. They're team first. They pull for one another. They're selfless. And they're capable. And when you have that, it just they've been resilient all year long, and they rally together. They're connected group, and I think that's really important. And we have capable players. We certainly play a little differently without Caitlin on the floor. But the confidence that each one of these women has gotten, in the ability to make plays in big moments. The secret to their success lies in something most championship teams eventually learn. When one star goes down, everyone else must level up. Coach Stephanie White talked about how this team's identity transformed from Clark dependent to collectively unstoppable. Boston became a facilitator. Kelsey Mitchell provided veteran leadership. Howard took on expanded scoring roles. Role players like Erin McDonald stepped up with vital speed and playmaking skills. Sophie Cunningham and Lexi Hull brought the fire. The depth that we have, so that you really never can key on 1 or 2 players. We've got multiple players that can step up and have big games for us. I think it makes us more balanced on the offensive end, and the versatility that we have defensively has been big for us. And so, I think this group's been resilient. They've come together. They're playing really well together, and they play for each other, and you really can't discount how important that is when you're playing for the person beside you. White actually calls Clark's absence a blessing in disguise, because it forced other players to find their roles. The team now runs a more balanced offensive attack with better ball movement and improved defensive versatility. They're harder to scout because different players can hurt you every night. This 5-game winning streak proves the Fever have championship depth. When Clark returns to this improved team, they'll be absolutely dangerous. Think about it. You take a team that's already winning without their best player, then you add that best player back. That's how championship runs start. But it was one player's explosive performance that really caught everyone's attention and earned her a nickname that perfectly captures her impact. Sophie Cunningham just lit up Seattle like the 4th of July, but here's what makes her performance absolutely mind-blowing. Most people don't know Cunningham entered this game shooting lights out from 3-point range all month long. She's been the league's hottest 3-point shooter in July, but she was carrying a massive burden that would have crushed most players. The entire Fever team, aside from Cunningham, went 0 for 17 from 3-point range in the game against Seattle. Every single player except one completely failed from beyond the arc. Think about that pressure. Your whole team can't buy a 3-pointer, and you're the only one keeping the offense alive from deep. That's championship-level mental toughness right there. Cunningham stepped up when it mattered most. She drained 4 3-pointers and scored a season-high 17 points in 33 minutes. She shot an incredible 5 of 6 from the field and 4 of 5 from beyond the arc. When everyone else was struggling, she became the engine that kept this offense running. Her teammates immediately knew they witnessed something special. Natasha Howard called her a firecracker after the game on social media. That nickname captures exactly what Cunningham brings to this team. She explodes when you need her most and provides the spark that ignites everyone else. It shows the growth that we've had as a team, because early in the season we were just so inconsistent, and if teams were to do that, we would normally lose those games. But it just shows that we're getting closer, we're trusting each other, and we're just, I think that's the biggest part, is trusting and knowing that we can win those games even if they go on runs. The numbers behind Cunningham's July shooting spree reveal why she's become the leading candidate for 6th Person of the Year. She's scored in double figures in 8 of her last 10 games. With Clark sidelined, Cunningham stepped into the starting lineup and showed she belongs there permanently. Her clutch shooting kept the Fever alive when their offense could have completely collapsed. Aaliyah Boston said Cunningham's presence on the perimeter opened up opportunities for her to score inside. Even Kelsey Mitchell, who had a tough shooting night, acknowledged Cunningham's impact. Mitchell said Cunningham facilitated for us offensively down the stretch. Yeah, Seattle's a great team, and it's hard to play here, and so we knew that. We knew that they just came off kind of a bad loss against LA, and so they were hungry for a win, but for us it's not about other teams, it's about our standard, it's about stacking the days, and I think that where our mental's at as a team and as individuals, we're in a really good spot, and it's not going to be easy moving forward, but I think today we stayed true to the scout, we trusted the offense. Kelsey has been playing ham in a hell of a season. She was a little bit off, but she facilitated for us offensively down the stretch, and it just shows that everyone has something to give, even if your scoring's not going to be there. I'm just proud of our team, and I'm proud that we stacked today. This performance shows how championship teams find different heroes every night. Cunningham proved that role players can become superstars when the moment demands it. Her teammates recognize she's becoming irreplaceable to this team's success. But while Cunningham was lighting up the scoreboard, another Fever player was quietly making franchise history. Aaliyah Boston just did something no Indiana Fever player has ever accomplished, and it's changing how we view her entire career. Boston grabbed her 6th consecutive double-double with 16 points and 12 rebounds against Seattle. But this wasn't just another good game. She officially broke Caitlin Clark's previous franchise record of 5 straight double-doubles. Think about that for a second. She surpassed the record of her superstar teammate. Many questioned whether Boston could handle expanded responsibilities without Clark running the offense. Critics wondered if she'd fold under pressure when the spotlight shifted to her. Would she crumble when teams started game planning specifically to stop her? The answer came back loud and clear. Boston became the fastest center in WNBA history to reach 100 assists in a season while setting this new franchise record. She's not just scoring and rebounding. She's running the offense and making everyone around her better. Coach Stephanie White calls Boston the rock of our team and praises her basketball IQ that most fans never fully appreciated. White trusts Boston completely on both ends of the court. Her teammates rely on her leadership and consistent production night after night. Boston's transformation into a facilitator and offensive hub shows a level of growth that surprises even veteran coaches. She adapted her game completely when the team needed it most. AB's been huge for us. She's really been the key. She came into this league predominantly playing on the low block, getting a lot of post touches, when she was in college and her rookie year, and then, last year, her first year with Caitlin, playing a lot in the 2-man, and then this year we're asking her to be a facilitator as well. A hub for us on the offensive end of the floor, while, being more versatile on the defensive end than she probably has ever been, and she's just continued to step up to the challenge and grow and be better. She's really the rock of our team. Her consistency during this winning streak proves she's evolved from a promising rookie into a cornerstone player. Boston scored 9 consecutive points in the 4th quarter against Seattle to help seal the victory. When the game was on the line, she stepped up and delivered. The way Boston dominates both ends of the floor demonstrates why the Fever's future looks so bright. She's only getting better, and her ceiling keeps rising. Boston's record-breaking streak reveals she's not just filling Clark's shoes, she's creating her own legacy and becoming the leader this team desperately needed. Her expanded role as a facilitator opened up opportunities for teammates like Cunningham to thrive. Boston's vision and playmaking skills make the entire offense more dynamic and harder to defend. While Boston was making history, another veteran was putting together a performance that reminded everyone of Fever legends. Natasha Howard just joined Tamika Catchings in the Fever record books, but the way she did it left everyone speechless. Howard scored 21 points on an incredible 10 of 12 shooting, while adding 5 rebounds and 5 assists against Seattle. These numbers tell a deeper story about what happens when veterans embrace their moment. When your superstar is injured, veteran players either step up or crumble under the weight of expectations. Howard chose to step up in a massive way. Her 83% shooting percentage while recording 20-plus points, 5-plus rebounds, and 5-plus assists puts her alongside Catchings as the only Fever players to achieve this feat in franchise history. But Howard's leadership goes beyond statistics. She's become the vocal leader and emotional anchor this young team needed desperately. You can see it in how she communicates on the court. She directs traffic on defense. She calls out plays on offense. She keeps everyone focused when things get tough. That her ability to score efficiently while facilitating for others shows why championship teams need players who can do everything. Howard didn't just hunt her own shots. She created opportunities for teammates and made the right play every single time. That's veteran leadership at its finest. Howard's veteran presence has allowed younger players like Cunningham and Boston to flourish without feeling overwhelmed. She takes the pressure off them by being the steady force they can rely on. When Boston needs help in the post, Howard's there. When Cunningham needs a screen, Howard sets it perfectly. The way she controlled the game's tempo and made crucial plays in clutch moments reminded fans of the Fever's championship DNA. Howard played with the same intensity and smart decision-making that made Catchings legendary. She understood exactly what moments mattered most and delivered when the team needed her. Howard's historic performance proves that great teams have multiple stars. She's showing why the Fever can compete with anyone when everyone contributes at this level. Her efficiency and leadership make this team dangerous against any opponent in the league. But even with all these heroic performances, the game almost slipped away in the final minutes until one player made the plays that mattered most. Kelsey Mitchell shot just 3 of 16 from the field and missed all 8 three-point attempts, but she still found a way to be the hero when it counted most. The Fever held a comfortable 12-point lead in the fourth quarter. Then Seattle went on an 11-0 run that cut the lead to just 1 point. You could feel the panic setting in. With the winning streak and playoff positioning on the line, the Fever needed someone to step up and make a play. Their leading scorer was having her worst shooting night of the season. Most players would have folded under that pressure. Mitchell's clutch layup in the final minutes stopped Seattle's momentum cold. She gave the Fever breathing room when they needed it most. That single play might have saved their entire winning streak. Despite her shooting struggles, Mitchell still contributed 5 assists and 2 steals. Great players impact winning in multiple ways beyond just scoring. Her ability to stay composed and make the right play under pressure shows the championship mentality this team is developing. Sophie Cunningham praised Mitchell's overall impact, saying, "Kelsey has been playing a hell of a season. She was a little bit off, but she facilitated for us offensively down the stretch." Meanwhile, Clark was fired up on the bench. She shouted, "You were right in front of her," at the referees after they missed another obvious foul call. Mitchell's clutch plays prove that championship teams need players who can deliver when it matters most. The Indiana Fever just proved they're a championship-caliber squad with stars at every position who can win in multiple ways. Sophie Cunningham can light up any team from three-point range. Aaliyah Boston sets franchise records while running the offense. Natasha Howard channels Tamika Catchings' magic on both ends. Kelsey Mitchell delivers clutch plays when it matters most. With Clark's return on the horizon and this incredible depth already proven, the Fever are positioned to make serious noise in the playoffs and beyond. This 5-game winning streak without their superstar shows that true contenders are built on collective greatness, not individual brilliance alone. If you support the Fever, then comment, "I've got the Fever." Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.